Unfortunately, I had to cut day two of the Southside Film Festival extremely short. But I did have a chance to catch one part of the better part of the drama one block over at, yes, I'm looking at the program right now, over at the Sinclair Lab Auditorium at Lehigh University. All right. Now, the few shorts that I did catch, um, one of them was that really had an impact on me was Chasing Grace, and this was one where I grew up. I was born in '71. I remember the days of the ViewMaster viewer. If you're too young, look it up online. All right. But what I love is how they started it with a child using a ViewMaster, and then to change scenes, they actually in the beginning of the short, they actually kind of like used the ViewMaster effect to change scenes from both, you know, kind of like past, distant past, past, and present. And the other thing that I really loved about this flick was the story concept behind it was wild. I mean, honestly, it was. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the schedule for how to change the schedule for tonight, also. But anyway, the story concept behind it was really cool on how it can be related to today's world, especially to today's world and society where um, mother and father obviously are split up and get divorced. The mother has custody of the child, but the father loves the child so much that he's willing to risk everything that he takes the child. School's out, the child's waiting for the mother as a teacher, and he takes the child without going through the proper channels. So it was, it can be easily applied to today's world and society on how families are split up, broken homes, etc. So that Chasing Grace is something that everyone, a lot of people, if not everyone, in some aspect or another, can easily relate to. Now, the other one that I really liked was Cul-de-sac. This was kind of like a spy thriller type short, but the best way I can describe it, if you haven't seen it, at least check out a couple episodes of the TV show The Americans on FX. And this Cul-de-sac honestly would literally be the perfect, I mean literally the perfect final episode for for The Americans. Honestly, it's one of those where I'm like, okay, I'm dying to find out the backstory here. They basically the story was kind of like the short was kind of at the end of the story. So I'm like, I walked out of there and I'm like, come on, what was the buildup? What happened before this? Now, going back to Chasing Grace, I want to know the whole story here. I want to see this thing in a full-length feature movie because I really think that the storyline, if expanded upon, would make a great full-length feature movie. I want to find out what happened in between. I want to find out, how the father cleaned himself up. I want to find out, what happened to the kid in all those years in between. It was, and what was cool about it, it seemed like the chasing part of it was on both sides because the father is, obviously, doesn't have full custody of his daughter. He's chasing the daughter. Then he takes the daughter. The mother's chasing Grace. Then all of a sudden, the father, it seemed like the father was, left out in the cold again. So I definitely, if you ever have a chance to see these shorts, and hopefully they will get developed into full-length feature movies, Chasing Grace and Cul-de-sac, they're drama, but Cul-de-sac was drama, but it was more along the lines of a thriller also. Definitely check these two out if you love movies. They have. I actually spoke with one of the volunteers when I had to leave, and I was like, I want more, and she said, yeah, sometimes the shorts are too short, which is obvious, budget restrictions, time, etc. But I love it when a movie, I'm like, come on, this can't be it. This can't be, the end of it. and it was. So I love that in a short movie. Michael Phoenix, this magazine, financial and otherwise. Especially go to the thanks to our sponsors page. To everybody out there who checks out the magazine and the articles and puts up with long-windedness at times, thank you so much. Without you, there'd be no point. Get one shot every moment in life, people. Make it count. Later.